Um, so this isn't gonna be like any like funny random video, of course you can tell. Um, by the way I'm sounding or any like sort of meme worthy quote unquote video is gonna be more so of a yapping session on like a particular topic. Yapping more like venting. I'm pretty sure that you guys know by now that Akira Toriyama has passed. It's currently with the 8th, so he passed away 7 days ago. I didn't look at the tweet until after I got out of my store, got in my car, on my way home. Um I I got a tweet notification on my phone. Um but before I was even planning on doing all of this, I was gonna just go for the verified um little thing on Twitter. I was gonna go for that when I got home. I was gonna do all that. I have all that in order because I had a bunch of stuff planned for when I got home. Um, and knowing that I have to get up a little earlier in the morning as well, because I have an audit due for my stores and I have to get it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Well, I guess today at 7 a.m. and it's currently 2 a.m. in the morning. But this was too important for me not to pass up. Um, it's gonna be, an emotional video at that. This may be the first video or the first sighting for most people that do watch it where you may see me shed a tear, you may see me I might lash out, I might do other stuff. I'm not too sure yet. But I really wanted to get this off my chest and say something about it. To whereas for most people, Akira Toriyama, he um played as a role model for most. He acted on accordingly from his standpoint, from his perspective. Let me bring the tweet up accordingly from what was given out. So they ended up tweeting out, dear friends and partners, we are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st due to acute subdural hematoma. He was the age of 68. I want to pause on that. And I tried to hold it back as much as I possibly could. I just can't believe he's gone. The amount of emotion that I have right now, the amount of disbelief that I had when I read this, and it's that hard for me because those who don't know, I'm pretty sure that's most people, that acute subdural hematoma is a sort of not brain disorder, but it is a not head trauma as well. That's what I want to say, but not that as well. Where there occurs internal bleeding or brain bleeds. And this especially hit home for me as a person that has gone through or suffered through or know what it feels like to have this keep going on, or to have um no control over it, or to be ran to the hospital, or to go to the hospital back and forth, just back and forth and back and forth for years and years of your life, taking away things that mean the most to you at the time, or disrupting certain events, or prolonging different things happening. um Moving off to another standpoint, maybe this is why um we've yet to see Dragon Ball being um we've yet to see it being um seeing extracurricular writing on paths. I believe the last piece of work was Beast about to fight his dad, and maybe he was having some bleeds or whatever, else landed in the hospital, and he stayed there for a couple days, but it ended up doing more damage than what everybody had thought. But as someone who knows deeply the feeling of having to be in hospitals 24/7, not knowing when you'll have to go back, um just going back and forth, not periodically, but just going back and forth almost every single day. It's just it takes a toll on the body, physically and mentally, even though you're already having a sort of not mental issue, but a sort of about a head issue going on already. For those that do not know, or maybe wondering, oh, why I feel strongly about it or what's happening, is because I don't usually tell the story of it. um but I developed an aneurysm over time, um till the age of 12, and I'm about to fight in school, and I get so angry, so riled up, that it just burst all in one go. The swelling developed so bad. It developed over time so bad and so much that it got me to the point where my blood was really, really heated and boiling, that it just burst. And over the years, it was mended. It was caught in time when I got to the hospital. I was lucky enough to survive. I had a 1% chance of surviving. Kids who have an aneurysm going on, even adults, have the lowest risk of surviving. And it hits especially hard because it is a hereditary disorder, which means that my daughter can eventually have this issue. Um, my grandmother and grandfather on my father's side developed this, but theirs didn't develop until later on as they became adults. um it skipped my dad. It skipped his oldest sister, my aunt, oldest aunt, and it went to his youngest sister, which is my youngest aunt. And she did survive from it, but she has a strong effect of um amnesia because the clot, when it burst, it was so strong. Um, and so she developed a big form factor of amnesia to where she can say my name or recognize who I am when I walk in the room. Um, but 2 seconds later, it'll be, hey, what's your name? And it hurts so bad that this has happened and that this can happen to anyone. And where it's also, she's now paralyzed. So the bleed spread across her brain that fast, but all of this happened as they were um adults. My grandmother and grandfather, older adults in their 50s and 60s, my youngest sister in her 20s, me as a 12-year-old, and then there's a possibility where it goes to my daughter or one of my children in the future. And so for him to have this, he's been fighting this for years and years on. We knew that this was a disease. We knew that he was sick. Um, I'm pretty sure it was mentioned at one point exactly what it was, but we knew for a fact that he was sick, or I knew personally for a fact that he was sick, and that he would been battling with it for years. Um, but he held on as long as he could, and March the 1st ended up being the day where he could fight no longer. Skipping to the rest of it. It's our deep regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. Also, he would have many more things to achieve. Um I would say this is signifying that he has a lot more anime that he could potentially write or doodle around with or mess around with. He had more Dragon Ball works, different things going on. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Thanks to the support of so many people around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. We inform you this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during his lifetime. Funeral service was held with his family and very few relatives following his wishes for tranquility. We respectfully inform you that we would not accept flowers, condolence gifts, visiting offerings, and others. Also, we ask you to refrain from conducting interviews with his family. Future plan for commemorate gathering is not decided. We will let you know when it's confirmed. We deeply thank you for your understanding as always. March 8th of 2024, Bird Studio Capsule Corporation in Tokyo. Now this was just a modest this is just a modest now I wouldn't even go so short to say this is an honorary death certificate here. As it speaks for itself, he wants everything private as he is a private writer. As he would know how many people would show up for his funeral or for any type of memorial service for him. But it doesn't matter what I am doing. It doesn't matter what I have planned to do. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It doesn't matter where it is. If they decide to have a memorial gathering for him to commemorate him, or any other function to commemorate his memory and what he has done for the nation that he has built, I will surely be there. There's nothing that's going to stop me from being there. But as far as his writing goes, it was not the first anime that I've watched. As I've seen Pokemon, I saw Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Ninja Turtles, I believe it was like Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce. It was a lot of other anime. It was a lot of other stuff that I was into, such as Power Rangers as well. Um, where Dragon Ball caught my eye. Nothing caught my eye like Power Rangers. That was the one thing that I stayed on, that I loved to death. I still watch it to this day just to keep up with the seasons. I still watch the Sentai just to keep up with the seasons. And then Dragon Ball was introduced to me as I saw an ad for it, and I began to watch from there. It piqued my attention. I'm not an OG fan to watch it from where Dragon Ball was first started, but the first episode that I saw on based on this anime was the Goku Vegeta fight, with the first fight. I came in the middle of the Saiyan saga. Well, I guess practically that's the end of the Saiyan saga. Witnessed that, fell in love with the anime, and ever since then, I've just been watching nonstop. I went back and I watched the full season for Dragon Ball. Um, and I could not stopping. I couldn't stop then and there. Even though the anime has been gone since 2018, I believe. I've rewatched the anime, rewatched all the seasons for Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, um, Dragon Ball Super, and including the movies. I've watched them countless amounts of times. And I'll still keep on watching them, and I'll still make memories he as people would say, like, he was the role model for them. No, he developed. I never knew him personally. I never knew how he acted, what he did, what he ate, anything else like that. He's so powerful when that pen is put in his hands. That's where I fell in love with everything that he started to do, and the difference that he was making, the difference that you can make with he used just his imagination and made a difference. And everyone's saying, oh, well, it's too late for you to get in Dokkan or Legends or stream that stuff or start making videos on it, doing whatever. Everything, you should have did that years ago. On way back when. Now there's just too much, too many people in the pool now. It's overflooded with Dokkan and stuff. This is a whole saying to where is, don't let anyone or anything stop you from chasing your dreams. Don't let anything stop you or anyone stop you from doing what you want to do or doing what you love to do. Um as his impact that he left was so great that he rallied together entire countries or states just to preview his just to watch his episodes. This is not to be funny or anything or make a meme out of anything. The research was proven, and it showed that literally in Mexico, cartel gangs, their activity ceased by thousands of times over for 2 to 3 days because his latest Dragon Ball episode had came out, or his latest whichever anime was being watched at the time had came out. The fact that he leaves so much of an impact, or his impact was this powerful, and he just had a pen, a pencil, and an eraser. He used 4 tools: a pen, a pencil, an eraser, and his mind. The fact that you can leave that much of an imprint on someone such as me with just a pen, there's no you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. There's no telling what you can do if you put your mind to it. But as I said, there's no uh sort of I want to get a light goal out of this or anything else. This was more so just like a little venting session. This might go up, this might not, I don't know. But I really do thank you, um Akira. You've provided so much greatness in this world. Um this show's kept me out of a lot of trouble. Kept me out of a lot of trouble. Kept me from heading down the wrong path with the law. Um, it kept my head on straight. It kept me moving forward, developing the best character to ever exist. Who implements the path of righteousness, hard work, dedication, um, and just being surrounded by loved ones, was great. Um, if not everyone else, I really do appreciate you. Um, I never knew you as a person. I've only been to Japan once, but I never met you. Never knew you as a person. But I truly love what you do. I truly love what you've done, and hopefully, your teachings will continue on for generations and generations to come. And your successor, may he make you proud, as he makes the nation proud. Um, but until next time, or the next video, whenever that will be, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take a couple days off, Mimi. I am gonna pop like a little edit on Twitter as well, because my software is acting up. So until I can get it fixed, the best I could do was like a little short little edit thing. That's it. But this is not really to promote anything, but follow me on Twitter. Um at I think it's x.com or twitter.com/waddles empire, or you can look up my full name, which is Rashid. um and it should come up with the picture of a duck, of course, but it'll definitely be posted there. But thank you guys for listening, thank you guys for watching, for those that did listen, those that did watch. And signing off. Thanks, guys.